This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 674. Hi, it's Mike Matthews, broadcasting from the last place on Earth. It's located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today, we hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, plus it's the return of the much-loved segment Into an Interview, where I speak with singer-songwriter JIGGLEY JONES about his new album, Mike's Daily Podcast. And did you know there's some interesting news about coffee? We'll get into that bit of pablum. Mike's Daily Podcast. I didn't do a show, for almost a week because some people flaked on me, and I don't know, that's just how it has to be in the world of interviews. You get people that are no shows, and then it's someone like me that has to go and say, this blows. Last show, disgruntled fiddle player and the brewmaster made Mike's Daily Podcast. A sentient being, or as I said, sentient being, beer and root beer, respectively. Mike's. It was quite a show. Daily. You can go back and listen to podcast. Because you need something to make your life better. And this will make your life better by listening to that. Another thing that would make my life better is if all cable salespeople went away. Yes, some cable salespeople knocked on my door about a week ago, and they told me that, hey, if I installed cable, my internet would run a lot faster, and they could do it for cheaper than what I'm getting through the telephone company. Well, they were wrong. I just had it installed today, and I did the little test. You can go to that, checkmyspeedtest.com or something, and it was lower than what I had through the telephone company. And I'm waiting, I'm holding my cell phone in my hand now, waiting for the cable sales guy to call me back and explain why this is. Of course, there's a very good chance I will not get a call back on my cell phone from the salesperson. We shall see. I'll keep you posted. Which, by the way, I use that expression a little too much, keep you posted. Does that mean I'm sending you postcards? Or am I keeping you posted, like pinned to a wall and you're being posted there? Or am I continuously posting you on Facebook? I want to know the answer to these things. And finally, I haven't had a show because a lot of people have been flaking on me. I've had a lot of interviewees that I'm supposed to interview, and they flaked on me for one reason or another. And I'm like, you know what? Why the hell did you even reach out to me? This is a podcast. I do it for free. I get nothing for this. You get free publicity to the 5 people that listen to the show that are just intrigued by the guests that I have. So don't step on me like that. Treat me better. Thank you. Look who just walked in. Hello, my masters. This is Madame Rootabega, and you really told them off, those people. Woo. Yeah, I got it all. I think I got it all off my chest. I've ranted and used my podcast as a platform for venting. I feel everybody needs a podcast in order to vent. Open up that window, stick your head out, and scream, I'm mad as parsley, and I don't fig leaf anymore. That's what it is, isn't it? Michael Masu, have you done a Mad Lib with the movie network? Maybe. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we just want to tell you is that we're no longer supporting the Chris Christie date.
What? You guys are big Chris Christie supporters, and now that I've finally been able to figure out how to say his name correctly, and instead of saying Jim Christie or George Christie, which were 2 people that lived in the town of Ventura and were notorious, one as being a Hells Angel president and the other as being the drummer for Dwight Yoakam and Lucinda Williams. And now you tell me you no longer support him. Why?
Well, I saw what he did to Joy Behar. And if there's one person that I love more than anything else on this planet, it is Joy Behar.
That's right, Mike. We love Joy and a really frothy, frilly fro. Is it froey? Her hair's great. Do you know that? Well, you guys, wow, you've taken a stand. He was bullying a comedian on stage, and you guys say no to that. Joy said no to that. That's what was so hilarious. I did not actually see the footage. I heard the footage, and just hearing it made me cringe. Like, ooh, why would he? It's a roast, because he was at a roast, right? They were roasting somebody else, but I mean, if you're the most popular person in the room, of course you're going to get some of the roast fire sent at you. My gosh. And of course Chris Christie would go to a roast. Hi, I'm Chris Christie. I'm happy all the time. Where's the roast? What is it? Roast lamb, turkey, prime ham?
Okay, Mike, stop that. That's neither entertaining or productive.
Yeah, cut it out. Do you know that? I will. Sorry, you got me on a thing. But, wow, so I'm sure you guys will find some other Tea Party person that you're into.
It's all about the cruise, baby.
Yeah, we're on cruise control. Do you know that? Oh, God, I even hate that expression. I love cruise control, though, on my car. But just you're going with the Ted Cruz.
Yeah, we love his sad puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, although actually we're into the Rand Cruise. Do you know that? Explain.
Well, we can't decide between Rand Paul or Ted Cruz. We love them both, so we put them together to make Rand Cruise.
That could be a Rand Cruiser.
Exactly.
Well, this has gone far enough, so we'll end it. Michael Matthew, I did not get many lines on today's show. Ooh. I'm sorry, here, you can read this. Okay. Drinking more coffee is linked to lower type 2 diabetes risk. Woo! Yeah, this according to UPI.com. This study found people who decreased how much coffee they drank by more than an 8-ounce cup per day increased their type 2 diabetes risk by 17%. What? An inverse ratio? However, decaffeinated coffee consumption changes and caffeinated tea consumption changes were not linked to changes in type 2 diabetes risk. According to this study done at Harvard School of Public Health, quote, our findings confirm those of previous studies that showed that higher coffee consumption was associated with lower type 2 diabetes risk. Most importantly, they provide new evidence that changes in coffee consumption habit can affect type 2 diabetes risk in a relatively short period of time. Michael Matthew, drinking lots of coffee makes me very high-strung and I want to yell at cable salespeople. Ooh. You can yell at mine. Yale? No, this was a Harvard study. Anyway, what do you think about this whole fascinating thing they found out? Are you a big coffee drinker? Do you like it when I talk like this and it makes me sound like kind of Elmer Fudd meets Jimmy Fallon with a lot of downers? Well, you can email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also, email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show. And once again, that email is MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. There's also the website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. That is a treasure trove of all kinds of interesting things, like the links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Subscribe to the show in iTunes. When I post a new show, you'll get it immediately. You can also rate and comment on the show there. There's also links to where to find us on YouTube, Yelp, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Stitcher. We're on Twitter. And yes, we're on Facebook. Like the Facebook page when I post a new show. Share that with your friends so more people find out about us. There is also a link to where to listen to us, our internet radio station, on Radiotomy. Yes, Radiotomy. You just have to say that name with a really pukey radio voice when you say that. Radiotomy. That's also there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. You can listen to Mike's Daily Podcast Radio that's got like various bits of podcasts that I've done in the past mixed in with some great music. Like, Tears for Fears. Because that's a great band. Because that band was on Psych. Actually, one of the guys from Tears for Fears, Kurt Smith, was on Psych. One of the last Psychs. And both things people have no idea about. No one knows who Kurt Smith is. No one knows what Psych is. It's that TBS show. And apparently they're fans of Tears for Fears, so they decided to have Kurt Smith on, and then he gets eaten by zombies. It's crazy. So anyway, you can find all that at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something, and that helps the show out. The blog and the daily podcast picture are also there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
Into an interview.
Jiggly Jones!
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Not much. You can't see me. I don't have a camera on my computer, but you can hear my voice.
Okay, I think that's good enough, right?
Yeah, just, imagine a guy with no hair. It looks kind of like Charlie Brown. That's me.
Okay, that's easy enough.
So, welcome to Mike's Daily Podcast, and you are... now, is A Mountain, a Struggle, a Tunnel, and a Light out now?
It's being released May the 6th. There's a single out called Walk On Me right now you can get on iTunes. But and there's a video out that corresponds with that song, which if you go to my website, JIGGLEYJONES.com, it's right on the front page there. So, yeah, May the 6th, it's coming out on iTunes, and I think later that month, possibly the physical copies will be out.
I see. Okay. And you worked with Grammy nominee producer Dave Moody.
Yes, he's the producer on the record. He's also the record label president, Lamont Records Nashville, that I'm with.
Ah, what was it like working with him?
It was cool. It was very relaxed, which is important when you're recording. It was a nice place. It was it was a new studio, so everything was really clean and everybody was nice there, and it was a good experience. It went real good. The session players were good, so it was a very professional deal. So
awesome. Well, and that's different than going inside of a garage and having some different rugs spread out and
right.
Things crashing and stuff.
Or doing it in your wife's walk-in closet, which I did the first album in. So.
Oh wow. So she got her clothes were being steam cleaned by your singing,
right? And the violin, the bow on the violin was jabbing into her, all her clothes that were hanging in the wall and stuff. So,
she'll be like, "Why is there a hole in this?" Oh, it was my bow, baby.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if that. All right. Well, that's great. That's and so it's a mountain, a struggle, a tunnel, a light. How'd you come up with that title? I love it. By the way, it's poetic.
Well, I was writing down different title ideas and stuff over a few weeks, and one morning it just came to me. Maybe not exactly in the same order with the words and stuff, but it sort of. Is like my own metaphor for life itself. I mean, everybody has to cross that mountain at least once in their life, and hoping to find the tunnel to make their climb a little easier, and then obviously the light at the end of the tunnel is what you're looking for. So it just sort of encompasses everybody's life in one fell swoop there.
It does, in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the 8 words.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let's play it. I like the song Look What I Found.
Okay.
I want to spin that right now. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
That song, usually I don't get specific when I write, but that one was written specifically for my wife. So it's basically a love song. So.
And thanking her for using the walk-in closet and
right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Look What I Found. It's from the album Mountain. A struggle, a tunnel, a light, and find out more at JigglyJones.com. And it's Jiggly Jones, Mike's Daily Podcast. Jiggly Jones, look what I found as we go outside the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California from the album A Mountain, a Struggle, a Tunnel, a Light. And we're getting a special advanced sneak peek at that album over the next couple of Mike's Daily Podcasts. In fact, we'll have part 2 of our interview tomorrow.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture is of Jiggly singing away. You can see a picture of him there, MikesDailyPodcast.com.
Michael Matthew, I am yelled at the cable salesperson.
And
I don't feel so good. I feel guilty. That's what I feel. So sad. Ooh.
it's okay. I'm sure you weren't that harsh with them.
No, I was. In fact, they have left the country.
You yelled at a salesperson so loudly and with such anger that they have left the United States of America?
Yes, Michael Matthew.
Where did they go?
I don't know. They said I don't deserve this abuse once they left the country.
So has the GOP called you yet for help with immigration reform?
Don't make fun of me, Michael Matthew.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sure that salesperson will come right back into the country.
Really?
Yeah, look, he came back right now. See, so everything is fine. Oops, he took one look at you and left. Again. Tomorrow, part 2 of my Into an Interview with Jiggly Jones. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer.
Land Cruiser, Mike. That's what it's all about, day.
Ah, okay.
What is it, Mike?
I just, your voice is so beautiful. I wish you would read me a nighttime lullaby to make me go to sleep.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
That's fine. Hey, can you just read a little bit of this book for me?
It says nighty-night, little Mike. I'm not reading this, day.
Please, just like the first couple sentences.
Okay. It was the end of Mike's podcast, and there was a weird sound effect, day.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
And I don't figly.